That's enough of that music. I'm done with Dragon Warrior, okay? Euphoria, get up here. It is time for us to go to the reveal. Who is going to be the GM for the winner's final? Who will be choosing a game? Well, Crappy, take us on over. I think we've still got the tiger poster. Aw, yeah. Everybody loves the tiger poster. Always a classic. Well, maybe it won't come as a surprise to you, but say hello to the GM for the winner's final here, our dear friend, Okami. Okami, come in here. Let's talk. Let's find out what shenanigans you're up to, huh? What are you doing? What's life about? Where are you? Are you here?
I'm in my house.
Ah, jeez.
I'm at your house.
I hope you're not in my house. That's really scary.
That would be very concerning. I would have several questions of, how did I get into Utah in the first place?
Yeah, we all ask that question at least once in our lives. Well, Okami, it's good to see ya. I don't want to dilly-dally too much, so I know that everybody has been looking forward to the winner's final, and we're all curious, what game is fitting for a winner's final for the GMs?
Yeah, I had to break out something special here for the winner's final, and, I started looking at some of the Kuso classics, because I've got a few things in mind that I would have loved to give out as a returning game. And I think I landed on something here for our two players here.
Okay.
And it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And neither of the players ever saw this coming. And I don't think anybody in chat is going to be seeing this coming either. I'm going to let the picture do all the talking for me, because a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Well, I mean...
Go ahead and reveal it.
I would say it's worth at least 10 words, because, ta-da! It's not one game, but 10! We are doing a gauntlet today for the winner's final. Yeah. And I am pretty dang happy about that. Our new GMs have been plotting behind the scenes, our secret GMs, trying to decide what games would be perfect for a winner's final. And I think that we have a really special gauntlet going today. What do we have here? Can you, as I work on capturing, run us through these choices?
Going through them in order here, we have Illusion to Gaia for Super Nintendo. They just gotta defeat one of the bosses.
Okay.
Second up, we've got Driver, You Are the Wheelman for PlayStation. You gotta beat the tutorial. Which, that's always a good sign when your goal for a state is beat the tutorial.
Beat the tutorial. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Okay.
Third up, we've got Golf for Atari 2600. You just gotta beat 5 holes. Fourth, we've got Bioforce 8 for NES. They gotta beat the stage. It's gonna be a fun one when they start tackling that one. Fifth up, we got a Kuso classic. We have Can Do Ninja for MSX. You gotta collect all the keys in the stage.
Oh, I love Can Do Ninja.
It's one of my favorite Kuso classics when it comes to the MSX library. Number 6, we've got Billy Bob's Huntin' and Fishin' for Game Boy Color. You gotta catch 2 bass in 1 boat trip. 7th, we got a game that we saw earlier in the GM bracket, Finger Flashing for PlayStation.
Yeah.
They gotta do Test of Skill Problem 5.
Uh-oh.
8, another Kuso classic. We have Darkman for NES. They gotta get an excellent rating. 9th, Skulljagger for SNES has been in Kusog7ande before. I don't think it's been in a Gauntlet before. Just gotta beat the stage.
Okay.
That's all they gotta do.
Oh, easy peasy.
And finally, Junction for Sega Genesis. They just gotta beat the stage they were given.
All right, yeah, I do believe that all of the players, all 2 of them, have their streams up and are just about ready to begin. We may have additional GMs jumping in as well, as is tradition when it comes to Kusog7ande, because we love gauntlets and we love to share the excitement that everybody has for them. And honestly, you know, it's a surprising amount of work that goes into getting all of the states and making sure that they all work just fine. With that said, we have put our confidence into the GMs, and I am sure this is going to be a beautiful gauntlet. Oh my gosh. I hear Skulljagger. That's always a good sign.
Oh man, so Skulljagger is so good. It was one of those games that I saw a lot in Kuso, but until I was testing it for the Gauntlet here, I hadn't touched Skulljagger until now. So,
Ravings.
that was...
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun one.
I really enjoyed playing it. With that said, Raving Sock Monkey and Draxy, thank you so much for subscribing again. Just so y'all know, the way that the Gauntlet works is that the players are presented with 10 different challenges. As they clear them, for example, if we see Wolf clear the first challenge, the image will be made darker. We will go ahead and unmark it if it is not completed. Whoever completes the most of these challenges over the course of the hour wins. Now, if they hit the hour and they are tied, we are giving 5 minutes of bonus time for them to try to get back into the lead. And whoever clears the last state, or whoever clears the state after we hit overtime, they will be declared the winner. Of course, if we hit 5 minutes and neither player has cleared a state, then whoever hit the tied number of states at the hour mark first, whoever has hit that first will be declared the winner of the gauntlet. Yeah, pretty simple overtime, limited overtime. We'll see how the players are able to do. Let me go and check with them. Hello there, Polk.
Hi! Yes, Polk, you've made one of these states in here. I definitely cannot, even if I was presented as the GM for this, I absolutely cannot take credit for every single state that was made here. This was definitely a collaborative effort between all the secret GMs.
Everybody puts a special part of themselves to this whole group, and this is gonna be special.
Yeah, we've got at least one state in here from all of our secret GMs. So, I'm curious.
From everybody who decided to bring in something new this little tourney.
Part of the fun with this was when we were setting up, seeing some of the comments from the racers. Like,
hey, we are doing the countdown. I'm interrupting you right now. Chat, I want you to spam all of your favorite emotes that may or may not be related to this. And as soon as I see them start moving, we will begin the timer, and here we go! Yeah, Bongo running around. Well...
Alright, we got Skulljagger and we've got Junction. I had to put Junction in here as the RBC meme that it is. Skulljagger, I think, is one... I felt that Skulljagger was one of the hardest ones to clear, like, on an execution. Mainly because of that. One-hit deaths.
Yep.
Skulljagger, you definitely have to take a bit slower. Junction, on the other hand...
Oh my gosh, this is evil.
So for
yes.
Junction...
Oh yes!
Yeah.
Like,
it's not enough that it's an auto-scrolling labyrinth, but within a sliding puzzle. This is evil.
The big test with Junction is you're looking at this and you're going, okay, it's just D-pad controls and that's it. No, this is a test of testing your buttons. Because there is a button, you see you have a slowdown meter at the top.
Yes.
Which Wolf is experimenting with here. That is the big test with Junction, is figuring out that slowdown meter. Because it's not too hard to do when you figure out the slowdown meter. And you just gotta go over both these half circles on the edge to clear the stage, and that's all there is to it. So, I think Wolf might be getting this soon. Cat is already giving up on Skulljagger and going on to golf.
Oh, yeah! Whack that golf ball!
Here we go,
Whop.
Golf comes to us courtesy of Omega Number, who is hopping in the call here as well. Hello, Omega.
Hello, Omega.
If you're saying words, we can't hear you.
Yeah, this is...
There, yeah, we got you now. What is this?
Here we go.
Is this how you golf?
What is this? Is
I mean, it's golf. What else is there to say about it?
This is totally normal golf.
Totally. There's nothing else to it. It's not Tiger Woods golf. It's just golf.
So golf in this series of challenges, I would say is the freebie one. I want to say somebody in chat can confirm because I wasn't looking at the time. But did Dolwolf clear Junction? I think I saw Dolwolf clear. Oh, did he not?
I don't believe so, but Dolwolf is opting for the test of skill. Specifically in finger flashing, the goal is to complete this specific puzzle stage. Dolwolf getting wiped out real quickly.
Yeah, you're gonna die very quickly. So to talk about golf for a bit before I jump over to talking about finger flashing, this is... Oh, no, never mind. Dolwolf is also going for golf. Golf is what I would call the free one of this, one. Oh, they're saying Dolwolf cleared stage 15 of Junction. It is only one stage, so yeah, Dolwolf did clear Junction.
In that case, Dolwolf does have an early lead, clearing one stage in Junction. Cat, meanwhile, they have to clear 5 holes in golf. It will take a while, but they can get it.
Yeah, this is one they can definitely do if they put the time into it, because there's no lose condition for this one. They just need to put the time and effort into clearing it.
I love it. Dolwolf keeps loading the state after the first swing. Understandable. It doesn't seem like the ball's going to go the way that you want it to.
Yeah, the hardest part about golf on Atari 2600 is getting the feel for the controls. Because Dolwolf is just banging it around. This is how professional snulfers do things. Take notes, chat.
It's basically true, you know.
The longer you hold it down, the more power you have for it. So you can inch it forward like Dolwolf is, and there's no penalty for taking like X number of strokes. I think when I was testing this, the stroke limit counts up to 99, but then when you hit 99, it just loops back around to 0.
Oh, perfect.
Because this is Atari.
Of course. They never expected anybody to take so much time getting a ball into the hole. Nobody's got a stroke all the way up to 99.
Yeah. So, as for the HUD, on the left side where you see the double-digit number, that's how many strokes they've taken so far in this game. The number in the middle tells you what hole they're currently on, and the number on the right tells you what the par is to clear it.
So wait, do you start on hole 0? Does this have hole 0? Because this is definitely the third hole. Oh, wait.
All right.
Oh, never mind. No, that is the second hole. It's just when you get onto the green, you get this.
Yeah, you're on a different screen when you get onto the green. So this is your putting screen, basically.
Such a good game.
By the way, Omega, I can hear my voice coming in through your mic. Alright, so Dolwolf is catching... Oh, Dolwolf's in the bunker. Good luck.
Yeah, Cat got in there for a little bit.
I don't hear it now, Omega, so I think you're good.
Yeah, it's a problem with just jumping in and didn't do the sound test. Yeah, this is actually glorious. This is exactly what I expected when they played the game, that they would just hit the ball in totally random directions and it'd be hilarious. So I'm glad.
and mission accomplished. I kind of like what Dolwolf had going for a bit, where you just kind of bap the ball and just bat it around with very low power shots. That unfortunately doesn't work nearly as well when you're in the bunker. But a lot of it is based on, what position you're in. Oh, okay, Dolwolf has gotten through, onto hole 3, and is batting it. I expect both these players are going to just keep at it until they clear the state, unless they find some sort of fail condition, which I don't think they will, because Dolwolf is about to loop the counter here. Watch Dolwolf's count right now. Yep. Goes back down to 0.
Back to 0.
I mean, like, I'm actually glad that this game doesn't let you lose, because the controls are so absolutely atrocious. Oh, there we go. Cat onto hole 4.
There is a logic to it. I mean, what the manual basically states is that your club is always like oriented to the ball, and you're supposed to walk around the ball to the right spot and then start swinging. It's just, in practicality, the physics are so bad it doesn't really work that way, and you could just like do overhead shots, like you're swinging the club like backwards, and it does the shot you want. It's
Yeah,
It feels less like you're swinging a golf club and more like you're swinging a baseball bat.
honestly, it would make more sense to have pool, to think of this as pool rather than golf.
I can kind of see that, because like you look at modern golf games and how they play, and it's like night and day. This feels more like the kind of setup you would have for like a pool game.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Cat on to the green for hole 4. Dullwolf almost catching her. Of course, we have a full hour for the players to clear as many challenges as they can. We usually expect people to clear about 6 of them. Golf, the biggest problem is that it takes a while. Otherwise, the players will be able to clear this relatively soon. Okay.
Yeah, they're both gonna get this pretty soon here. Dullwolf took a lead over Cat in the great golf race. So it's probably going to be getting it done pretty shortly here, and we'll have 2 states done already. Once Dullwolf gets in the hole here.
All right, come on, Dullwolf. The hole's right there. You can do it. You've played Snulf. There we go. We've got golf done.
Now, what does Dullwolf go on to next? Because those are definitely... Golf is probably the easiest state in this junction. I think when you figure out the trick of going slow is pretty easy. Dullwolf is going on to Bioforce Ape.
Oh.
I love everything about this state.
Okay, so talk to me. What is
evil.
happening here?
So you're basically trying to navigate a giant maze is the sum of this, but a lot of it is you move really fast. Like, look at the momentum for this.
Whee!
Hello, you can thank me for this state.
Oh, hello
Yes,
there,
hello,
Shrambles.
So, Bioforce Ape, though being the weird like movement thing that it is incredibly fun.
Hey, just FYI, Cat has cleared golf and is moving on to the next state. Very, very nice job there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate how, like, because this is an unreleased NES game, and there's so much to this. Like, the movement is weird. Like, your jump is weird. Your fighting stance, and just looking at Dullwolf's, just looking at the character, how it falls, how it moves. There's so much, like, weirdness
It was one of those
about
states
this.
that when I was testing it, most of my time testing it was spent just howling of laughter because of the movement.
Oh,
All right, so Cat,
what?
Cat's moving on to Illusion of Gaia. This one comes to us courtesy of Ascorian, and you just gotta beat one of the bosses. It's that easy, and Cat has already died. You only do 1 damage to the boss per hit, which means you gotta land 40 hits on the boss, and you only die in a handful of hits, so you're gonna need to really learn how to avoid damage, which it looks like Cat's got somewhat of a method down for iframing through certain attacks, which is kind of working. They do have 1 bit of medicine.
Okay.
Which they can use. Unfortunately, once they use it, that's all the healing they get for the rest of the fight.
Yep. Oh, just to make it even more fun here, there's a timer on the whole thing.
Oh yeah, there is. As long as they're rushing it a little bit, they shouldn't run into the timer too much, but it's definitely one where they might think to start taking it slowly, and then that time limit is gonna start becoming more and more of a problem because of that.
By the way,
extra pressure, you know?
just talking about Illusion of Gaia, a lot of people think that this is a good game, and I would argue that it's a very good game.
Oh yeah, this is 100% a good game. I was very interested to see what people were going to think of this challenge, because Illusion of Gaia, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to object to Illusion of Gaia being a bad game. The real challenge, it's the challenge itself that's Kuso, because of how few hits you can take and how many hits it takes to take down the boss. So Dullwolf is on to Can Do Ninja.
Okay.
I gave him stage 3. I gave him stage 3 here for
Did
Can Do
Double
Ninja.
clear Bioforce Ape, though?
I did not see. I'll pull up the VOD and take a quick look. I was too engrossed with, well, speaking of Bioforce 8, here's Cat with Bioforce 8.
Cat.
Okay. Well, Double in Can Do Ninja needs to collect all of the keys, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That is correct. There's 8 keys to get. They do have 1 extra life, so if they die once, then that's fine. They can still recover from it. A lot of the Can Do Ninja challenge is figuring out how greedy you can get, because as you keep moving up towards the key, you're gonna leave yourself more vulnerable to like the arrows. So Dolph is starting to get a bit of a good rhythm down for making it past them. Got hit by the scissors though. Probably is going to be trying to get like, say, at least 4 keys before losing a life, since that's half the challenge done right there.
Yeah, that's fair. I would probably focus on just like playing the game a little bit before going for the full clear, just so that I can understand like the layout of the stage. With that said, Dolph might not also realize that there's an extra life.
Right. That's also possible, and I mean that's just Dolph's mistake to make. It says right there up in the HUD, you've got an extra life. So Cat has figured out the roll for Bioforce 8. Look at this roll that Cat's doing.
Whoa! Okay, I like the roll. Whee! This game is uncontrollable. This is amazing.
I love Bioforce 8 so much. That's probably one of my favorite challenges in this Gauntlet is Bioforce 8. Trample's knocked it out of the park with this challenge. So one of the other problems with Can Do Ninja that Dolph was starting to deal with, you move a lot faster when you're jumping, which is going to leave you just more vulnerable in general.
Okay.
So you'll see Dolph will jump forward here, moves forward a bit faster compared to the very slow, I guess, Castlevania-ish walk otherwise.
Yeah.
Something I'm not sure either the players have discovered yet about Bioforce 8 is you do have a map if you pause. So you can see where you are and where you need to get to.
I have seen no map.
Alright, well, they don't need to pause. They're GMs. They can figure this out.
Yep. Everybody, earlier on this week on Grudge Match, actually, I did a little bit of a tutorial for how to do a blind race, and one of the most important things early on is to check your controls, and that also applies when it comes to a gauntlet. Make sure that you test all of the controls and see what you have. It takes 5 to 10 seconds for the basic controls actually figuring out. We also state in the in the gauntlet that if there are any really confusing controls, we list them out for the players, but it's only for odd configurations or confusing games. So you probably
I don't think any of these challenges came with instructions on controls. So Dolph is attempting Illusion of Gaia now. Cat attempted Illusion of Gaia earlier and was not able to successfully clear Illusion of Gaia, so I'm curious to see how Dolph handles it, because both of them were saying, yo, Illusion of Gaia is a good game. Whoever put this in, I want to throw hands with them about it. And just like that, Dolph immediately gives up on Illusion of Gaia and goes on to Skulljagger.
Yeah, people are asking, do they have the slide attack for Illusion of Gaia, or is that something they don't?
They do have the slide attack. They definitely utilize that a few times in testing. And slide attack, if you're unfamiliar with it, it does give you iframes. So that might be helpful for something like this. Can be a bit risky,
it does
but...
give you a few...
Yeah.
If you have frames, a few hits in a row, but you do need to have a running start for it, so you can always use it.
This is something...
One of the problems I have... Go on.
Oh, I just wanted to bring up that, like, we've had a lot of discussions about the types of games that are appropriate for gauntlets. You know, do they all need to be necessarily bad? No, Flannel Cat, no! And, you know, they don't have to be necessarily 100% bad games, but I love that we can have challenges that are absolutely punishing from otherwise relatively fantastic games. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely humored the idea of a gauntlet that's all like known good games, but it's all very unfair challenges in them. So I think stuff like Boo Beam Trap from Mega Man 2, for example.
Yep.
I definitely humored that idea. So Dolwolf has picked up some gems, and gems are going to be very helpful in Skulljagger because I believe the green gems in particular are what give you extra hits to make it so it's no longer one-hit death.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the red gems give Dolwolf a projectile to use.
Of course, when you get hit, you lose a red gem, and then the next hit will take away green gems.
Okay.
Yep, so it's very important. Hey, there we go. Flannel Cat is through Bioforce 8.
Cat beat it in only 5 seconds, apparently. Do not do this minecart section, Cat. You will not have fun. Yeah, that is Bioforce 8 done for Cat. And is on to Can Do Ninja. So Dolph is making pretty good progress in Skulljagger. Is getting, I think, pretty close to the checkpoint, which means we're gonna have to do the. Oh, Dolph is loading immediately after dying, which I don't think Dolph was quite at the checkpoint yet. But if that mindset keeps up for Dolph, that's going to cause problems for him because he's going to reload after reaching the checkpoint and not realize he reached the checkpoint.
Yeah, so as a reminder, everybody, there is a command in Twitch chat !game list in order to see the different games here. Illusion of Gaia, Driver, You Are the Wheelman, Golf, Can Do Ninja, Billy Bob's Huntin' and Fishin', Finger Flashin', Darkman, Skulljagger, Junction. Wait, did I not say Bioforce 8? I didn't. Oh my gosh.
I can see why you want to forget Bioforce 8.
Yeah, with that said, we've got Can Do Ninja on the left and Skulljagger on the right. I actually love Skulljagger. It's janky and silly, and once you learn how the game plays, it's really fun.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. We actually had a different challenge in mind for Skulljagger, and then somebody commented that, like, yeah, this challenge is too easy. So then we made it harder and gave him a much harder stage. Hello, welcome back, Omega. Omega?
Yeah, so you're just saying about making it too easy. That would be me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean, I like the challenge we got instead. This one makes me laugh more.
Yeah, that was. I went through all of the stages. There's and they're like, okay, which one seems most Kuso? In the spirit of it, right?
Skulljagger, though, is originally courtesy of Kuchiri, though. So you can blame Kuchiri for this.
Yeah, no. So I'm only half, well, maybe like a third responsible for it, I guess. Yeah.
I mean that's a similar deal with me in Junction. I wasn't gonna put it in, and then Polk was like, "You have to put in Junction." I'm like, "Okay, I'll put in Junction."
So Flannel Cat, by the way,
fits so much.
Flannel Cat has the experience and the knowledge that for Can Do Ninja, you do have an extra life. I feel like Flannel Cat has probably played more of these gauntlets than Dolwolf has in the past, considering that she's come in second in Kusog7ande before.
Important note, though, Dolwolf did feel out for a checkpoint in Skulljagger, so now knows that there is a checkpoint and should not reload immediately before reaching this point. Unfortunately, now Dolwolf has to deal with the one-hit deaths of Skulljagger. I think the way I got past this section was you just run in and bap him before you can shoot that enemy.
Oh, there we go! Very nice job, Dolwolf.
Dolwolf's gonna be struggling a little bit, at least until he can find another gem, which there's a coconut there which should maybe contain a gem.
Nah.
Nope, never mind. I'm a liar. And Dolwolf does have a handful of gems here, so if Dolwolf is able to get another green gem, I think he's going to be sitting pretty comfortably with clearing the rest of this. But now he's got to deal with the snakes, and yep, that's the only way that could have ended.
Well, that's
Skulljagger
all
is such a
right.
good video
Oh,
game.
Skulljagger's tons of fun. By the way, everybody, you haven't seen the bubble gum in the game yet, and we probably aren't going to
my
see
God,
bubble
yes.
gum just in this.
The bubblegum that was a few words of confusion from Dole about this game. Is why do I have a designated blow bubblegum button? Make that 2 designated blow bubblegum buttons.
Everybody needs the 2 bubble gum buttons. Don't you?
I mean, it would make my life a lot easier.
Certainly.
The snakes that Dolph is trying to jump over, if you just nudge your way forward and crouch slash, you should be able to kill them before they kill you. And now...
Rah!
Rah.
Now Dolph has to go back to the start of the stage.
Oh. Wah, 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 wah.
I
think Dolph has gotten enough knowledge that... I think Dolph has gotten enough knowledge that it may stick with Skulljagger, though, having at least reached the checkpoint.
I think that's
Kat
probably a
is
good
doing
idea.
really good in Can Do Ninja, though. Cat has only 1
more
key left to
keys.
get,
Right
and
there!
gets killed!
No! Just one left!
But
She has,
another
she has-
life.
she has an extra life and did not reload, so all Cat has to do is get to the end and get that last key, and that's the state cleared for Cat. Let's see if she can do it. Thinking carefully, Cat's got it. And Do Ninja's cleared for Cat.
Cat moves into the lead with 3 challenges cleared. Dowolf has 2 right now. Very nice.
Alright, well, Cat's going to Junction.
Eh.
Cat was not a fan of when she saw Junction in here.
Nope.
So, I'm wondering how familiar Cat is with Junction already, and if she's familiar with the slowdown function, because if Dowolf did not figure out the slowdown function, this state would be so much harder for Dowolf.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yes.
But it's just trying to play the stage properly. I get that. Found the button to make the ball move faster, but not the
Okay.
ball to stop it.
That's all right. Everybody, this is why you always test all of your controls that you have.
Yep, correct.
no!
Always test them. That's definitely the big test of this is not how well you can do sliding puzzles, although that in part. But the bigger test is how well did you test your controls.
How used are this at this?
Right, so Wolf should be coming up on the checkpoint. Nope, never mind.
Whee!
And down we go.
Hit that commentator's curse.
He's alive and well.
Liz is saying that Kat doesn't know what she's talking about with her opinions on Junction.
Look, Junction is a bad game. What you gonna do?
Look, Junction is the best Sega Genesis game out there. I don't make the rules.
I'm not sure that's true.
I can kind of see what Kat's going for with this, though, to, like, get the ball, like, halfway there on this one, and then try to get it the other half of the way, but, I definitely got yelled at a few times for this state by a few of the secret GMs. How does Junction work? So, if you, using the D-pad, you move the tiles around, so you basically make a path for the ball to go around the outer circles by doing that. And just get it all the... Nope, didn't quite get there, Cat. Dowolf is at the checkpoint again for Skulljagger, so, and made really good progress last time, and particularly got walled to the snake, so if Dowolf can, get his way past the snakes, like, I think he was really close to the end of the stage.
Yeah, now I believe that in order to pick up the red gem, what's actually best is to jump and attack. That will pick up the gem, it doesn't destroy it. Oh my gosh. Flannel Cat, push every button. Push every button. This was in
Cat's
our...
Cat's gonna be so mad when she finds the slow down button.
Yeah. What's worse also here is that the way to control and move around the place here is a little bit backwards because you gotta move the square that's coming into the block.
Yeah, you're not moving around the hole, you're moving the squares themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you've done a billion slide puzzles in your life, which I don't know. Video game creators from the 90s thought everybody was like a pro when it came to slide puzzles.
It's so nice that the Clubhouse games game on Switch put in their own version of Junction.
Yeah.
I definitely played a lot of that. And Kat is giving up on Junction to go back to Skulljagger.
I mean, honestly, out of all of the challenges here, what would I try to tackle? Okay, I would at least give Driver a chance. I would definitely go for Darkman, because I know how Darkman works. I haven't beaten it, but I've played a lot of it. And Dowolf is
On to Darkman.
on to Darkman.
I might need to check something really quick. Hold on a second.
Yeah, this
Ooh,
is
so you see my room,
absolutely not what I'm seeing here, but
And we're off to Billy Bob's.
Billy Bob's, that
That's
is
fair.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked, and the state that's in there is supposed to be the correct state. I guess we'll see what happens when Cat loads up Darkman, but if Dowolf goes back to Darkman, I may need to let him know that he has the wrong state. Because that looks like the state from when I had Darkman in my Gauntlet.
Well, I would say that could be a possibility. We'll have to see. But honestly, going and trading out states at this point is generally not a good idea. And in fact, I would say that we would just have to roll with the state as it is in there. I don't want to be changing anything right now. Oh no,
That's fair
poor
enough.
cat!
I just have to comment. Dowolf got arrested because Dowolf didn't have a fishing license.
I really hope that happens to Cat as well when she tries Billy Bob,
Yes.
because that was there's a voice clip that comes with that.
Well, you've got to have the license.
so
you
you
can't just not have one.
You get a really low quality voice clip. That was definitely the thing that I think Shrambles and I were both excited for. Billy Bob was Shrambles' fault, by the way. Blame
Yes.
Shrambles.
That's why I'm here.
But when I was testing this for Shrambles, I think that was the thing we were most excited about, was that stupid voice clip that plays when you get arrested for not having a fishing license.
It's beautiful compression GBC sounds.
Okay,
Because they say words.
well,
Alright.
we'll see it in just a little bit. Maybe that. Man, I'm Billy. You mean you're not Billy Bob?
Oh, God.
All right, well, I'm going to head back to the shadows. Hopefully we see more.
Yes,
Fun
and then
stuff.
you can invade more than.
Indeed.
So I guess this is an indication of how mean we've been so far with these
Yeah,
states. We are half an hour in, and the score is 3-2.
This is generally
And-
how gauntlets go. This is expected.
Back for a bit for a moment here, even the secret GMs were mostly all confused about what was happening with Billy Bob and how the heck we were supposed to do this.
Yeah. So one of the tricks with Billy Bob is realizing how you can get more bait, because you're only given so much bait, and you could do the challenge with the bait you're handed at the start, but since the challenge specifies in one boating trip, because if you leave your boat, and so Daisy's asking you to get 3 base for the in-game as the in-game goal, not as our goal for the Gauntlet. If you get off your boat to go get more bait, even if you caught any base, you go back to having to catch another 3 more. So you gotta get 2 in one boating trip for that reason. Alright, so Cat is at the checkpoint for Skulljagger at about the same point that Dowolf made it to.
Okay.
They also seem to have the grasp on the snakes, how to take care of them.
Yeah, just to
but it's got
confirm,
murder.
Dowolf has not cleared that state, right?
Correct.
No, that's not.
Dowolf got close, but not quite there. Might go back to it because of the progress he made, or might just feel that it's way too hard to be the time sink. I'm noticing that neither of them are trying for Driver.
Oh!
which I guess is a fair play because Driver definitely comes with a little bit of infamy. But hopefully one of them. I think they're both doing well enough that they'll be able to get these states. Dolph is making some steady progress in Candy Ninja. Has 3 keys so far, about to be a 4th one, and still hasn't taken a death yet. Well, never mind.
And well,
Hammer on that reload.
I don't blame the two of them for going for these games because they're the more traditional platformer style, so they might feel that they're more familiar with this kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, going into a Gauntlet, I'd be a bit more comfortable with platformers. Polk, and Omega, if you were handed this Gauntlet, like prior to any sort of testing you did before these, what do you think you would try for first? Let's exclude the states you two made, for the sake of argument. What do you think you would try first?
Well, golf would have to be one of them. It's Atari. It's pretty simple. You think it's just a matter of time for clearing it.
Okay. Anything else look appealing here to you? As if you were doing this as a player?
I'd probably start with Junction. Probably Skulldagger. I mean, this kind of game I'm decent at. Can Do Ninja. Oh my goodness. I was making the argument that it needed an extra life. It took me forever to do. I think it was like 20 minutes for me to beat it. I probably would have picked it early just because it was simple, and I was like, I think the main thing that worries me in doing a Gauntlet would be having like some sort of complex thing having to do with the controls or the systems that I wouldn't understand quickly enough. Like I would be really, really worried about the fishing game, like that there was some weird, obscure thing that was the trick to it, like, you know, getting a fishing license, and I would eat up a lot of time as opposed to
the fishing license would probably help a bit with Billy Bob, but is not outright necessary. When I was testing Billy Bob, I went and did the state. I did it without getting the fishing license.
Are you serious? Oh, beautiful.
I basically did. Look, you just fish and run. That's all you need to do.
So Flannel Cat does actually have bubblegum and isn't really sure what to do with it, which is fair.
Cat, considering the number of hits that Cat has, so Cat has the right idea with these snakes, which is just get close enough to them so you can strike them with your sword.
Yeah.
This is the right idea for getting past the snakes. So I'm feeling pretty good about Cat's odds of getting through Skulljagger here.
I think she will, yeah.
And it wasn't it.
And a little bit more to go. On top of that, she does still have all her lives intact for Skulljagger. So even if she takes a death, like, right now, goodbye, Cat.
But is there another checkpoint? Oh, right before the jump. That's fine. It's right before the jump.
It is. It's just funny. I love when checkpoints do that, where they put you right in front of your jump, so you're instinctively holding right, and then you walk off the cliff because of that. I love when checkpoints do that. It makes me laugh every time.
Delicious, delicious inputs.
Gotta eat 'em up, yum.
There's the bubblegum.
That is not comfortable.
Like it's a strat. Like a strat. I think that's right. Yeah, Cat's
there she goes.
At the end of the stage. Skulljagger's done for Cat.
Skulljagger is down. Oh, there we go. It's that picture. Okay, it's the 9th challenge, and she is on to finger flashing. Boy. Can she flash the fingers correctly or not? Dolph, by the way, has learned that there is the extra life. Only 3 keys left to go. Unfortunately,
I think Dolph knew for a bit, but just wanted to have a good run on his first life before spending a life, because like you don't want to already have used the life when you only got like 2 keys. Meanwhile, in that attempt, Dolph had like 5 keys. So it was definitely worth continuing that run, taking the time to continue it.
Yeah, I think Dolph is going to get it this time, though. Like, look at how well... Oh, the scissors! Oh, jeez.
The scissors! Okay, he dodged. And Cat died. So this is, the players might figure out the method of pausing for finger flashing, because first part of this is figuring out how the game works. If you don't already know how exactly the game works, but then even when you know how finger flashing works, you need to take a lot of, like, you need to be able to get through everything pretty quickly, and usually like make a bunch of combos on top of that. No, Dolwolf!
Oh, that was so
on the road to get the Dolwolf was on the road to get the last key.
My heart hurts every time. Every time.
I will be surprised if Dolwolf does not commit to finishing Can Do Ninja at this point with how close he got.
I would. And honestly, like, even if I died after getting, like, 4 keys, as long as I got 4 keys in my first life, I would go for the second set of keys. Like, this state doesn't take long if you do it well. It's just, brutal.
Right.
It's brutally difficult. Oh. Yeah, so I think that golf, for me, is one of the obvious first ones, just because, one, I know golf. I've played a little bit of golf on Atari. You know, it's not good, but I know how it works, so it doesn't really matter if it's good or not. Skulljagger, Can Do Ninja. I've seen multiple matches of Can Do Ninja, and I would feel confident in trying to battle in this one. By the way, for the Gauntlet, we don't prevent. Oh, Can Do Ninja down for Dolwolf.
Dude, I didn't even need that extra life.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, we're going to Driver.
You can't censor yourself after saying it. Come on, just commit.
Alright, hell yeah, we're going to Driver. So,
Yeah, that was my bit of submission, and
take it away, Paul.
yeah, I'm just a little upset here because when we put in the guide here, we said clear the tutorial, but this is not a tutorial. This is the anti-tutorial.
We got double Driver.
Oh god. Why? Yeah.
So your goal is to complete the tutorial, which means you have to do all the objectives that are in the top right. You have a very strict time limit to do them. On top of that, if you crash your car 4 times to get 4 X's, you automatically fail.
Yeah. You have to. Every single one of them, we have a specific maneuver. They're asking for a specific thing on it. And it's so that on this. And if you don't complete this, you don't get to touch the rest of the single-player game.
Driver
and
is
nope, I had enough.
Driver is 100% the trap state, because there's so much you need to figure out with it.
Yes.
Dolwolf's jumping back to Skulljagger, which I think is a good play considering how close Dolwolf got on Skulljagger.
Yeah, the only question you had about what I'd pick, the one that I would never pick, like I would make it last, would be Driver. I would just
Same.
It was a decision. Good. Also, Dolwolf asked during the setup here that there are 2 buttons to accelerate. One of them is for regular acceleration. The other one is for burnout. It's just making your rear tires smoke. That's the entire reason for that button. But it is one required to pass this test.
Yeah, burnout is one of the things on the on that list up there. You can see the cat's already done it.
Yeah, Flannel Cat was trying to do the slalom, but unfortunately that is really, like, it's either really tight or very specific what you have to do.
I think some of the hardest ones to do on here are the 360 as well as the reverse 180. The reverse 180 in particular took me a few goes at before I figured out how to do that one. And knowing how to do knowing how to do all the commands on here is only half the problem, because you have to then do it all in one sitting.
Let me go ahead and
I'm getting some Comcasting from Bro.
A little bit. We're gonna try to keep things going though. Please don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Comcast.
Not now.
No.
Por favor. Okay, come on. Refresh. Let's do this. Come on.
All
right, Alright, in the meantime, Cat has gone to Billy Bob. which Cat has not attempted Billy Bob, and I hope Cat gets arrested.
Oh yes. Well, so far she very much might.
Dolwolf has the right method though now for Skulljagger, so I'm feeling pretty good about Dolwolf's odds on getting through Skulljagger.
Yeah. You got 2 red gems in. Yeah, pretty nice. Your sword has a very good swing to it too. It's very wide.
And you know, if you're doing any mystery tournament related thing, you know every mystery racer's one weakness is fishing. Anybody in mystery tournament can confirm.
Oh, why so?
Dolwolf has completed Skulljagger, so they are tied once again.
Nice.
Very nice. Back to a tie. We have 4 versus 4.
All right.
18 minutes ago.
Dolwolf is on to finger flashing. Finger flashing, I think, is one of the harder ones to do blind. If Dolwolf figures out pause strategy and figures out how the game works, I think there's a good chance Dolwolf can get through it.
Oh, yeah.
But doing that on this such a short time limit is going to be a tall ask. I think if I were Dolwolf, the state I'd be eyeing right now would be Bioforce Ape. I'd probably consider Darkman as well, but there's still the confusion with the Darkman state.
Yeah, but you didn't tell them that, like, I would say that because that is the state that Dolwolf has, and received it.
And we can't confirm what Cat has either, since... well...
Yeah,
we shall
That's
see.
one base.
What's up, bro?
I don't know. It'll be relevant if it's relevant, and if it's not relevant, like, nobody wants to play Darkman, let's be real.
Unless your name is Needle.
Well, Needsel's not here now. Okay, Dolwolf.
Doing fishing within a race, it's
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I would probably give the fishing one more of a shot than most people would, but that's usually because I'm relatively decent at random fishing stuff.
yeah.
Although, are you supposed to be able to see the fish down at the bottom? Like, if there are any fish?
Not all.
Why would you ever see fish? Hello, Needle.
Hello, Neitzel!
Yeah, I'm right here, Broslincha. Everybody wants to play Darkman. It's awesome.
No, it's not! That's not true!
So I genuinely don't know what happened with Dolwolf, because when I saw that state loaded, I actually loaded up the pack that I sent them, and loaded up the Darkman state, and when I loaded it, it was the correct state.
Well, it's all right. I guess if people just if nobody tries to play it, if a cat doesn't try to clear it, I guess it will be fine. But it was a nice state. It wasn't the platform section. It was the shooting stage.
That was gonna be the big
that was the
gotcha
twist.
That was going to be the big gotcha with Darkman, was instead of being the platforming stages that you're used to with, whenever you see Darkman and Gauntlet, no, it's going to be the photography stage instead.
Yeah. Simple picture shots, snapshots.
So yeah, everybody wants to play Darkman, and that's it.
Everyone wants to try Darkman. Play it might be another thing.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm surprised Cat has not been caught yet.
Look, you just run away from the authorities. That's all you need to do.
This is the Grand Theft Auto we're all expecting. Oh, that's another base.
That is a base.
Cat,
And that is two.
that is two.
That is two.
Cat has caught two base fishes. Very nice. Okay.
And we have Darkman.
So,
Dark one.
so the state works fine for Cat. This is the Darkman state. It just was a different state for Dolwolf for some reason.
Okay.
better than their own, but
Well, what the crap? What the crap? Well, that...
I'm wondering. So when I watched back my Gauntlet, Dolwolf was on comms for it and mentioned testing the Gauntlet state for Darkman. So I'm wondering if he accidentally loaded the state that I ended up having in my Gauntlet somehow instead of the one that was bundled into the package.
One other... I don't know. With that said, something was done wrong, and it wasn't our fault because it works for Flannel Cat. Unfortunately, that is a poor rating for a mask. You gotta get good pictures. You gotta get excellent.
So what this
not only that, but I believe the Flannel Cat has been taking pictures of the wrong people. She only needs to take pictures of Skip, the one that's hopping about on one leg, but she's been taking everybody else.
Yeah. So what the purpose of the stage normally in Darkman is the better you do, the higher a time limit you have.
Yep.
The big trick with this stage, though, is realizing the hitboxes for the guns. They will not hit you as long as they're not in frame.
Yep. As long as they are not
Once you
within
realize
your
that, it becomes
box.
a lot easier to do.
Yep.
Although it looks like Kat is photographing anybody who's not shooting at her instead of specifically Skip, which...
She's changed a little bit. She's doing more specifically Polly right now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and refresh the streams in a little bit when we get closer to time. I just know I see that we have a little bit of buffering. With that said, Flannel Cat is in the lead with 5 states cleared. Dolwolf currently has 4. Usually it gets about this far, and there we go. Excellent for Darkman. That is a state cleared for
He's got
Cat.
an excellent.
And Comcast is trying to ruin this. Comcast?
Alright, I'd say all the easy states are done now for Kat. It's all tough stuff from here on out.
Indeed.
Oh, we got
And
double
finger
finger flashing.
Awesome. So I apologize that the internet is going in and out right now. I have no ability to control that.
Comcast is not a fan of the Gauntlet.
Yeah, apparently. Let me go ahead and refresh both of the streams here so that we can get as caught up as possible. We've got
Test of skill.
You're a test of skill.
Test of skill.
Test of skill.
Hello, Bree.
Yeah, I guess they're having some problems on finger flashing.
Just a few.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. Also, we're getting Comcasted.
I mean, yeah. Talking about the elephant in the room, why don't you?
For the fans.
Now we're going strong right now. I think that the internet's gonna hold out for now. But that's it. Dolwolf is kind of figuring this one out, although unfortunately died right there.
They both are. I think they're both starting to catch on to how combos work, and that's like the big thing to cut down the amount of time you're on each problem. That and if they discover pause strats, because pause strats are going to help here. Bree, when you gave this out for the full hour match, as I recall, you disallowed pause strats. Here, though, they can use as many pause strats as they want.
Yeah, I banned that, and yeah, like if I didn't, I can see Liz probably would have used it through that match and hadn't even. Yeah, but yeah, I think both of them have gotten to the final part of this problem, so either they just get good enough at it or they figure out pause strats and they should be fine.
Yeah, one of the two.
And yeah, I want to pick this particular one, that way they wouldn't have to figure out extra buttons for like time freezes and other stuff, just the shooting and combos.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, this one has you deal with some of the hands at like point blank range, so if you shoot too early, you can mess things up for yourself before approaching the next section, or Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're really getting Comcasted again.
Oh no.
Yep. Real hard.
Yeah. Just a bit. Well, we're gonna
Come
go
on,
ahead and keep
Comcast.
going with
Pull yourself
this.
together.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it, Comcast.
Do it.
Just kidding. You suck. Okay. Nah, it's going right now. We're gonna finish up this match for sure, and hopefully it'll be stable enough by that time that we can keep going. But yeah, welcome. Oh yeah.
Cat is complaining about not knowing the rules to finger flashing.
Oh no, it's just rock, paper, scissors. How hard can it be? Oh. Hmm.
Wolf.
Insane response from Wolf.
Wolf replied saying, "Yo, same." And as it turns out, they are playing the same states, so that makes sense.
Well, if this is a test of skill and they're having the problem with that, would that count as a skill issue?
Sure, sounds good to me.
Yeah, as Hesmage said in the match room, test of skill issue.
Test of skill issue.
Test your skill. Comcast, stop this. I'm gonna kick your butt. Seriously, this is ridiculous. Okay, well, Cat is on to Driver.
Oh boy, here comes the grits.
Yeah, Driver is a rough one. Although Cat has gotten most of the tasks on here done, just as from what I can see right now, pending Comcast, slalom, lap, and reverse 180. And I think of those three, reverse 180 is the hardest one to do. Slalom and lap are just a little time consuming to do more than anything else.
Slalom also has a bit of a trick to it here, is that you just not only have to weave through one side, but then you got to go around the last pillar, then go back the same way a second time. Don't do that. I'll have a full slalom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into that problem when I was testing that one.
Wolf is through finger flashing. That is a clear for
Hey,
Wolf.
Ooh.
And there
Nice.
we go. Wolf has officially
Alright,
cleared
glad one of them
5
did it.
states. Flannel Cat has cleared 6. I don't know. Wolf is back in this. There is a possibility. Wolf going for Bioforce 8. It looks like.
Wolf is going back to Skulljack. Oh no, going for Bioforce. I'd say that's a good call from Wolf. Bioforce 8, I would say, until we can get that Darkman state working for Wolf, which I think I'm going to bother Wolf about that if he goes back to it. About that, because that could be making the difference, that Darkman state not working for Wolf for some reason.
At the same time, we know.
Bioforce 8, I think, is a good call.
Well, I was gonna say we know some of these other states are working just fine for Wolf and for Cat. Cat has cleared some of them that Wolf has not. You know, there's a lot of back and forth here between the players. We've got the vampires again, though.
As Tristan's review of Illusion of Gaia goes, I saw vampires and Will, and yeah, I'd even never come back to.
So essentially, if you know Illusion of Gaia,
Illusion
you
of
don't
Gaia
do this
poem.
state.
Yeah,
No, not at this point.
even if the game is good, this is definitely a pretty rough state to do.
Yeah.
Only a handful of hits and you're down.
You really gotta know this fight to be able to get past it. It is not an easy time.
Oh my gosh, I love the way you go flying around in Bioforce 8. It's just so much fun.
Oh, that is the most fun with Bioforce Ape. I want to hear what the players' opinions are on Bioforce Ape after the match.
Just go
Yeah.
flying.
If I'm not mistaken, Bioforce 8 was never actually released, but people found the prototype and managed to share that online, and because of that, we have it now. But honestly, there are a lot of really cool things about it, and there are a lot of really janky things about it, and I love it.
Correct. It is worth knowing, though, that if Dole commits to Bioforce Ape and is able to clear Bioforce Ape, they will be tied, so we will be in sudden death territory.
It is very possible to beat this within those 5 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know which state Dole would go for after this. I'd be inclined to say Billy Bob's Hunting and Fishing.
It might be the easiest one, but it's also one that is less about skills and speed and more about randomness on it. So
yeah,
I'm just saying this one to go for, but probably not the one they pick.
Yeah, especially with like having to be nice and patient when you're in that sudden death territory where you know I'm tied with my opponent. I'm on a time limit to get one more state cleared, so I need another state to get done, and I'm dependent on this one that's involving me waiting.
Yeah. I'm also surprised that Flannel Cat did not go back to Junction.
Yeah, that's true. I think Junction would be I completely forgot that Cat had done Junction. That would probably be the easiest one for a Cat to do, much to her displeasure. Eyes on Dole because Dole is getting very close to the end of the stage here.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And has a lot of health too, so I think Dole does have enough time to clear the state and tie it up again.
Okay.
We have an extension.
Maybe seeing us some overtime.
And
Only 2 minutes though, so not a whole lot of time left.
Yeah, do not get a fall at this point, Wolf.
Yeah, that would be real bad for Wolf. Is steadily making his way up.
Can you do it, Wolf?
I haven't seen what Cat's personal best has been on taking down one of the vampires in Gaia. So Dole should just have to drop down here, go to the left, because there should be another elevator there. Yep. It's a different one from the one you were at earlier, Dole, and that should take him up right next to the end of the stage. The clock is ticking.
Indeed, but this may be a tie in just a minute. Let's see. 1 minute remaining. There we go. Wolf getting out of the elevator. Uh-oh.
Gotta get past that guy. And once he drops down... Let's see it, Wolf.
Come on, Wolf, you can do this.
Come on.
Thank you.
Here's the thank you. There it is. Wolf's done. They're tied.
They are officially tied. We are going to be going into overtime then.
What the fudge?
This is real exciting. So what's Wolf going to tackle next? Because Wolf should definitely be looking at a state to tackle for overtime. Unless Wolf is just stopping out because he doesn't think he can clear another state.
Okay,
He's going for
driver
driver.
time.
Oh, God.
That's all right. And here we go. I'm letting them know overtime starts. They are welcome to keep going. If either of them can clear a state, that is going to be a victory for that player. And if not, then Flannel Cat made the most progress first and will be the winner. Flannel Cat has the lead. Wolf is stressed because it is tied. However, yeah, Wolf is...
Wolf is going for Darkman.
And still at that same state. Whoops.
Well, it's going to be too complicated this far in during overtime to swap. So I am going to say that due to a confusion with states, we'll count Darkman if you clear 2 state, if you beat the boss. I'm going to go ahead and just issue an executive decision that if Wolf kills the boss, then we will count it as a clear.
All right.
Cat already beat the challenge, bro.
Well, yeah, Flannel Cat did the other one, the photography one. I know that.
No. Cat beat the illusion of Gaia.
Oh, Flannel Cat beat it?
Yep.
What was the goal?
She killed a vampire.
She killed one?
Uh-huh.
So that's it?
Yep. She only had to kill one of them.
You're right.
The goal was
time.
to kill one of them.
Yeah. Hey. Why can you miss it?
Flannel Cat
boy.
doesn't realize that she beat one of the bosses. But we are going to
Wolf.
invite them to come and join.
Confused.
Hello, Wolf.
What was going on?
So here's a funny story with Darkman. I don't know what happened, but when you both loaded the Darkman state, you got two different states. Try loading the state that was directly in the zip.
Wait.
Hey, what boss in Darkman? What are you talking about?
So, fun,
I'm as confused as you are right now.
fun story. For some reason, both of you, despite downloading the same files, had a different state for Darkman, and we don't know why. It feels like Wolf might have done something wrong, because Flannel Cat had the correct state.
Oh, I almost certainly am like using the state from some other from the previous time this was in Gauntlet.
Yeah, I recognized it from my own Gauntlet, so I felt like that might have been the explanation.
That would do it.
With that said, everybody, Flannel Cat at about the hour and 1 minute mark, maybe a little bit after, cleared the illusion of Gaia state. The goal was specifically to beat one of the bosses. There were two vampires. You killed one of them, Flannel Cat. You did it.
Oh. I didn't realize it was to beat those vampires. I killed one of them for sure.
Oh, yeah. The vampire died, and thus you won. But I was extremely excited that both of, we had a tie at the hour mark. I had to issue for Wolf just because of confusion with Darkman. Beat the boss if you won to clear that state, and I would have been okay with it, Executive decision, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
I'm so bad at that game, it wouldn't have helped. I was avoiding it for a reason.
If you want to try Wolf,
I learned a bunch of the speedrun at one point.
Oh, yeah. With that said,
I knew the actual strat on the vampires as well.
Check the match room really quick, Wolf. I'm sending the correct.
I am trying to load this.
So wait, what was our difference in states? Oh, you beat Time Ball.
There we go.
Time Ball Junction. I understood the strat, but I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Okay, whoa, everybody's talking. Everybody's talking. Let's calm down, okay?
All right.
So let's.
Oh, I could have beat this. That's unfortunate.
Fine. Everybody can keep talking. Just keep going.
This isn't normal. This isn't a normal stage. This is normal gameplay. I'd have a chance.
I'm waiting.
Flannel Cat, thank you very much for waiting politely. This is probably an easier state than what you had, Wolf, but
ooh,
yeah, that's sort of why I issued the executive decision. We'll go ahead and let you do that one, just because I don't want to go through the hassle of you trying to find the state that you didn't get in there.
Yeah, because my worry was if the same problem was going to occur for Cat. But anyway, so you both. So let's start with the states you both cleared. You both cleared Golf. You both cleared Bioforce 8. You both cleared Can Do Ninja, and you both cleared Skulljagger. Wolf was able to get through Finger Flashing and Junction, while Cat was able to get through Darkman, Billy Bob's Hunting and Fishing, and Illusion of Gaia.
And what the hell is Billy Bob Hunting and Fishing you're actually supposed to do in that stupid...
Oh, I really wish we got to the part where Cat got arrested, but we never got
Flannel Cat, you want to load the state and get arrested real quick? Because,
I got arrested.
How do I get arrested?
Wolf, you should got arrested.
Never mind.
But the police never showed up for Flannel.
I'm already cut my stream.
You already cut your stream. It's too late. It's too late.
There's a second boat that's wandering around in Billy Bob's Hunting and Fishing, and if you get caught by it, you get thrown in jail for not having a fishing license.
That's amazing.
But for Junction,
you'll play a mini game collecting cans inside of the cabinet to get your license.
In the case of Junction, though, the big thing that allowed Dolewolf to clear Junction was testing the buttons, because the big catch...
The cat never noticed there was a slowdown button?
I never saw a cat use the slowdown.
I hit a bunch of buttons and I saw the speed up, but I just got into a fist fight with that game's controls.
Yeah! Get in the zone of, like, you're moving
Yeah.
the tile, not the empty space. Once you get in that zone, it wasn't too bad. That was, I think, my first clear, actually.
Though if there is no such thing as a puzzle game with me, that is not too bad. It just doesn't work with my brain.
I'm sorry.
I disagree, because you gave me, what the heck, Builderland. You gave me Builderland, Cat.
Builderland's a good game. That's what Lemmings like.
But that's still a puzzle game.
Games. What is
It's a good game. I'm not going to contest that part here.
Like, situational puzzles are good, like Portal, but like, and like, what's that game with the robots and like, in Serious Sam?
Portal?
Yeah, that one.
No.
Oh, okay. Not that one.
But like, if you put me in an environment and tell me to solve a puzzle in there that's not just like, here's a screen that has a puzzle in it, I can do it.
Speaking of puzzles, how did you two like finger flashing?
I didn't understand the assignment.
So
that's understandable.
I eventually understood the assignment. I don't love the state because, like, you just die sometimes, and I'm still not 100% sure why I just die sometimes. But I think it's because I had already run out of time. Anyways, that's a weird state, like, be dropped into, what, level 5-10. It's a very late state to just be dropped into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still
I'm
managed to
surprised.
figure out at least figure out how to freeze things, as well as like a little bit of
I have no
pattern
idea how I was
recognition.
freezing
Like
things. No idea. I just didn't die sometimes.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Good job at not dying sometimes.
I'm surprised neither of you tried for pause strats.
Oh, yeah, that would have helped.
I didn't even know what I was gonna think about at all. Like, I didn't understand what made multiple things disappear, so Paul Strats would have just been like, yeah, now I confuse
Same,
things
fair
without
enough.
leaving.
but I was able to like find patterns that would make everything disappear, and because it was the same patterns each time, like you could just get into a rhythm, and you had to go fast because that timer was very short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Out of these 10 states, if you're going to all 10 of these states blind, I would say finger flashing would be the hardest one to learn blind.
No, driver's the hardest one. What the heck is a slalom in the context of driving a car?
Yeah, how do you do the slalom?
That's what everybody kids want to know.
Look, you want to
What's
explain?
is that you saw those pillars that were on both sides? You need to weave from left to right between each one of them, circle the rest around, and then weave back
Also,
again the
like-
same way, back and forth.
That game was like my analog stick. Well, I was using a keyboard, whatever. The D-pad was locking up regularly.
No.
Oh.
Oh well.
And I don't know why on that one game.
For some,
Like, I assumed that, like, if I took the handbrake on, it had to, like, manually turn it off, but I wasn't, like, manually turning it off because I was thinking it was... I don't know. That game made no sense at all.
One more game that I want both your opinions on, because you were voicing your opinions a bit in the setup room, and that's Illusion of Gaia.
It's an objectively good game.
Yeah.
Just because you made a state where you're fighting a boss as the character you're not supposed to fight the boss as, and therefore it's really hard.
The
It
speed
doesn't
fights
make
the
it
bosses.
that just makes it an evil state.
yep.
Okay.
We
Also, Bioforce Ape, that felt like a really good game. Like,
Cool
maybe
game.
it
Bioforce
had
Ape is so. There's only like 3 stages though. That state is so goofy, and I love that state
Yeah,
so
Like,
much.
I understand
thought it
why
was
that
like,
was
the reason
here.
why I noped out after the first game over in it was because I thought it was a maze. But when I went back to it, it's not a maze at all. It's actually just like a really well done level and stage.
There's also you also have a map in the pause menu for Bioforce Ape.
there's
I
a
just
map.
like rolling
That was
on
a
the
map
floor.
it looked like a map, but I couldn't figure out how the map like was supposed to work, so I never opened it during the actual. Like, I
It was a
tested
map.
it during when I was hitting controls and mashing them. I hit the start button and I saw the map. I just never brought it up in the game while we were
I
actually
just-
running.
Full speed ahead. I'm gonna roll on the ground and low kick everything.
Yeah, no, that game was fun. That game was just actually great.
And the funny thing is that out of all of the games that were in the Gauntlet today, that's the only one that was not released.
yeah, that felt like something somebody made as part of a gaming jam or something.
Well, it was close to being released, but it never came out for one reason or another. But honestly, there are a lot of people who found it, who played it, and were like, this has good animation, this is fun, it's a little ridiculous. Honestly, yeah, Bioforce Ape is one thing that I want to go and play one of these days. I need to be an ape.
It's
I'm
really
frustrated
really
that,
goofy.
like, I didn't figure out that I could like just creep up on the snakes in Skulljugger though, or Skulljug.
That makes Skulljugger so much easier when you figure that out, because I saw you were trying to jump over them
Yeah,
before.
like Cat, you were saying you'd already played it. Also, what was the bubblegum for?
What was the question? What?
What's the bubblegum?
You've already played Skulljugger, and also, what does the bubblegum do?
I think the one you started out with can turn you into a giant bubble if you like hit A or something while you're blowing it. And it pretty much makes you
this up. What?
And then there's other types of bubblegum that do other things, I think.
They can sometimes act as projectiles. One type of bubblegum turns you into a giant, like, clear the screen and deal damage to everything object. One allows you to fly a little bit. One, they're like, the bubblegum are basically...
use them, but...
well, considering that you only really started with one type of bubblegum that wasn't super useful, and I think you only found another type towards the end, it's fine. You didn't really need to deal with it too much.
Did not matter.
Yeah.
I used it at the end of the level. It was fun.
I did enjoy both of you floundering a bit with golf. That one's a pretty free one, though, as long as you commit the time to it.
I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that stage.
You
but
did
my
it right.
strategy was flawless.
Yeah,
I just figured, like, all right, upper left if I want to go on this direction.
See, Flannel Cat tried to golf. Wolf took the, like, little child task of, like, hit it as many times as you can, like 50 times in order to get into the hole, like tiny putts.
I was trying to break my now, like, 0-5 record in Gauntlet, and so I just had to take whatever I could get.
Hey, you got a tie. I would say that you got as close as you could without actually doing it. That sounds really rude now.
Next question.
I guess the last state we have to touch on, Can Do Ninja. I don't think we touched on that yet.
Can't do.
Can't. Eventually, I'm just like, let me see how long this stage is to see if it's the trap state or something. And I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad, and then just did it.
Yeah, it wasn't a trap. It's just.
It's hard.
It's RNG, and sometimes the game just kills you, and there's nothing you can do.
Well, I mean, that's fish too. That was fish.
I mean,
I was gonna say, are we describing Can Do Ninja or are we describing Billy Bob?
Will you finish this state? It's not up to you.
I want you to.
I mean, I have no idea how you're supposed to do Billy Bob. I just noped out of that. That felt like a trap state to me.
Did you get into the boat? Yeah.
I got into the boat, did not see any bass, and was like, I'm done here.
Yeah, I just kind of found a corner I thought was comfy, cast it and waited, and then the fishing rod like tingles, and then you just hold the button down.
Oh.
There is no way to see the actual fish on the overworld, or even when you're out casting a rod. But the wolf just started looking around here, saw a boat, hey, get arrested.
And then I'm just like, well, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm gonna at least play Darkman, where I theoretically know how to play platformer.
Yeah, I was hoping to get some platforming Darkman. I loaded it up, and I'm like, oh, it's the picture game.
I love that.
Wish I had loaded I don't know how I had the wrong state. No idea.
Well, we'll go ahead and say that, honestly, it was as close as it could have gotten when it comes to the GM bracket. This was a really fun race. Wolf, I'm sorry that you didn't end your losing streak when it comes to gauntlets, but I think you're getting you might get another one. Maybe? Question mark?
Well, I'll see y'all in losers finals, I guess.
Yeah,
this should have been your win.
Technically, you're still in the competition and still one win away from facing Cat again in the grand finals.
Yeah.
And I am now 0 for 2 against Cat in this tournament, despite it being a single elimination tournament. Nice. Or double elimination tournament. Because you were the zombie against me, right?
Uh-huh.
I
sure was.
I love it. Well, okay, we're going to have to move on to the next match, so thank you all so much. I will see you later. Take care. Have fun, friends.
Take care. Looking forward to the tier list, Wolf.
Yeah, bye.
So long, and thanks for no fish.
See you, friends.
See ya. Well, everybody, I don't want to dilly-dally too much. You know, we've got one more match today, so let me go ahead and change this screen real quick.